At this very moment, in a system far from here, the New Republic lies to the galaxy! All remaining systems will bow to the First Order!
Hello and welcome to Ionized Basterds. I'm in a new location. Also, I'm Michael, the GM for this game. This is a Star Wars RPG series that takes place 2 years after Jakku, run by myself, Michael McCoy, but I also need to have players to make this a series. So first on Broaxium is Dan Miller.
What's up?
And he's playing Zuzo Yord.
Yeah, Misa ready for this.
And also from Octo Radio, we got Alden Diaz playing Thalbor Sheems.
Hello. Fan favorite, Thalbor Sheems, Esquire.
Every fan's favorite. I'm doing great. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing all right, man. It feels like it hasn't been that long. I know that logically, but it feels like the wait between Star Wars, movies or shows since the last cliffhanger.
I know.
Well, I'm glad that y'all gotten so invested in this. And finally, we got from the Nerd Academy. It's Jared.
We're going to commit violence against the state. I'm so excited.
Disclaimer, he's talking about the game.
It is
the game.
possible.
We're going to kill a warlord. Going to throw him through a window. Going to assassinate a bastard. But not these bastards.
Oh, yeah, Michael, you need to make whatever base the warlord's in high enough so he can be thrown out of the window.
Okay, I'll modify my plans accordingly.
I just that was just a funny thing that came to my mind of like, I'm going to be honest. I have Angel on the mind because of the conversation Alden had not too long ago, and there's lots of window deaths in Angel.
Yes, including in the pilot, and there's an iconic one in Mass Effect as well.
Yeah,
throwing somebody out of a
there's
window.
one that is technically skippable, but if you skip it, you're a cop.
Yeah. It's necessary.
Yes. So, when last we left off, the now crew of the Ionized Bastard escaped from the Gundark's nest, escaping Salvage's attack and in turn getting this droid known as HSD-3. One of a set of 3 droids containing a map to an old separatist droid factory. So, with part of this map, and taking the dying advice of one Griff Ryza, they made their way to the city of Elia on the planet Veuma in the Outer Rim, where they came in contact with someone named Donric Callan, who it turns out was a New Republic intelligence agent currently undercover. After harassing him and finding out that he had essentially gone rogue to do this and to try and track down these droids to keep the map out of Salvage's hands, the bastards chose to help him in this endeavor, but also learned of several other parties who were interested in these droids. Namely, an Imperial warlord who Thalbor used to represent, got him off of his charges involved in Operation Cinder. A man named Castor Angel running a militia in a nearby city of Beltran. Thalbor seemed a little conflicted on it. Fabian seemed very inclined to brutally murder him. But Donric had suggested an alternative, which is meeting up with someone known as the Sage, who was living in a nearby mountain with a group of warriors that protected the city of Elia. Who had also intercepted HSD-2, one of the droids that was set to be delivered to Castor Angel. And so, the bastards, after stealing a food truck and using it to begin their trek up the mountain...
I forgot I did that.
That is where we have left off.
Look, a speeder's a speeder. Right? Point A, point B.
For lots of space glizzies.
Did we talk about maybe capturing Castor Angel, putting the Jedi's face on his face and putting, you know what I mean, and doing the face-off thing? send the Jedi into the Imperial
Doing face
warlords. Yeah. And
I
he can just
think-
figure out everything in there. He can go onto his computers. They'll think he's him.
Okay, I have
Can
a
we roll for
plan.
that?
I like where you're going. I think we can do basically that by skipping a few steps.
Not wearing the face.
I don't plan on wearing Donrick's face. Here's what we're gonna do.
Mean.
We're gonna meet with this sage. And we're gonna make a deal with him. That for Caster Angel, we would like the droid. Whether they want him alive or dead is completely up to them. But I think we can pull it off. I have a hard time believing this
Up
sage
to them.
So
Up
we're gonna
to
have to
them.
we're gonna kidnap Caster Angel.
or
Lisa
assassinate
thinks
him,
it's
depending on what
need to-
depending on what
well,
the sage wants.
we
If
need
they
to
want him alive,
lure-
leave him alive.
We need to find out, first of all, if they even want to deal with us. Number one. Number
They want
two,
Angel.
if they want to incorporate us into their angel plans, which they might already have, then that would require somebody who knows him to maybe get involved and lure him out into a public location where anything could happen. Right now, we need to figure out how are we going to even get on the sage's side before we get up to the top of that mountain.
And we inform them that we're willing to take out Caster Angel for them. I see no reason why they would pass up an opportunity to have a second party do all the dirty work for them. It keeps them safe from any blaster fire. Send us in. We can either kidnap or kill Angel.
It does behoove
Can I say
them
bada
to...
bing, bada boom in space, and then
It
give us the
behooves
droid.
them to want some help, but at the same time, I couldn't help but notice this whole we're in and we're out, the secrecy, no one knows anything about them. Those are not things that I like in a workplace. So I think we should suss out this sage character first.
we can do that. But I also think you can very easily play dumb. Caster doesn't need to know you're the one who lured him to us.
Yeah.
True.
You're good at playing dumb
That's true.
anyway.
I have never once played dumb in my entire life. It's not in my character.
Misa can play dumb.
You're
Yusa?
very smart, Zuzo. Don't say that about yourself.
Oh, Gungans are not dumb. I love Gungans. I have Gungan friends. They're never dumb.
I give
I would never say
Zuzo a
such a
football player style slap on the ass.
And as you do that, suddenly the speeder stops. And all the power shuts off in it.
Oh, well, this is comforting. Great.
That was a powerful smack. That was the attaboy I needed.
Can you do some of that, force, power stuff on this, get this thing going? Can't you just
There's a
move it?
literal mechanic in the room, and you want me to use magic
pulled out of
on the glizzy
hyperspace.
truck.
Weasel was pulled out of hyperspace. Only thing that could have done that was a huge gravity thing.
Zuzo's high.
As you are all looking out the windshield, very much clearing, seeing not space, just like the upward like.
There may have been
incline.
something in the barbecue sauce. Oh, okay. So Zuzo's stoned. How can any of us make some type of mechanics check to see how toasted the
Hyperdrive is?
glizzy truck is?
Well, we
Man,
stopped?
we're on the planet. We're not in a ship.
Oh.
We're going up a mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said we were on a ship. My bad.
No, you're on a speeder.
We're on a
Ah,
speeder.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But before
that part.
mechanics, before we get up into the engine, were we stopped by the failure of the speeder, or stopped by something outside of the speeder?
We did take a food truck off-roading, so that might be the problem.
Well, I'm not going outside. Good luck.
I can send the droid out. I can send D6 out. See if there's something outside.
Do droids feel pain? I don't think so. I think we should send him out.
Yeah, I don't think they feel pain at all.
D6 just sort of
yeah.
shrugs.
Can I send him out, Michael?
Sure, yeah. Let me make a mechanics check for D6 real quick. as you walk outside, or as you watch from the windshield as D6 goes outside and pops the hood. Okay. So after about a minute, D6, you notice he actually goes under the speeder for a minute before coming back inside and sitting back upon your head, Zuso, as your hat, muttering a few beeps and boops that you interpret as it's saying that you essentially drove over an EMP mine, and it has completely fried all the speeder systems.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
so
that news is
it's not good.
Sorry, yeah. That means we're close, though.
Are you telling me
you
we
guys
have
want to
walk?
just hoof it? I think we could walk. My legs work. And you know what? I've been cramped up in this speeder that I knew we were in the whole time, and I think we should all go for a walk.
Well, look, I'm fine walking, but I'm walking behind tall, dark, and homicidal. I'm not trying to get shot at.
Well, Zuzo's got a light, with D6 here, and I could just light the way if it's dark out. Is it dark out, Michael?
Oh, it's getting to be about sundown right now.
Oh, okay.
Getting
We're
worse.
covered with light.
It could be, yeah.
And I've got a gun. I think he's got a lightsaber. I think Wisa should do it.
I think so, too.
All
Is
right.
Star Wars still armed, by the way?
I do still
You know
have
what?
a blaster. Yep.
Okay,
I'll take
still
the
packing.
lead, and the Jedi can take the tail.
Okay.
Nice. Nestled between my two best friends. All right, let's go.
Still not loving the J word, but it'll work. It'll work. Hey, and I get to kick Thalbor in the ass when he's dragging. So
You
All
said
right, let's move
Jedi. I
on.
don't know what else you is.
And so you guys exit the speeder, and you can see some of the smoke coming up from the popped hood, and even just as you sort of walk by it, you can see it. Yeah, this thing's done. And you take a few steps up the mountain before you hear, "Hey!" And you look over on a nearby ridge, and there's just a human man standing there, looking down at you, being like, "You guys should probably head back down to the city. It's probably not safe for you up here."
Oh no, we're perfectly
Don't tell us
fine.
what to
Actually,
do, human. All right, that's what I said to him. Humans.
you're rubbing off on Zuzo.
Well, like I said, you need to go back down to the city where it's safe. I understand that you probably want to come up and meet us Guardians, and that it's such a big thing for you. But for you citizens, it's safest for you down in the city of Elia. We understand your problems with the militia. And
So you're one of the Guardians.
Yeah, I think we should come up. I think we should come
Yeah,
up.
but like I said, this isn't a nice field trip. It's a little, and he looks
No,
like
you
he
don't
hears
get it. Our
something over his
speeder
shoulder.
broke down. One of your stupid minds wrecked
He
our
goes-
speeder. You
He's like,
guys
yeah, that
owe
mine
us
was
a deal."
expensive, and it was
Yeah.
meant to stop Imperial tanks, and you drove a speeder up here.
Well,
And he looks
I'm
over
just saying.
his shoulder.
Then we have to
as
pay you
he
for the
hears
damages.
something.
Let us up.
He looks over his shoulder, and he's like, "What do you want to come see too?" And you see someone else approaching next to this guy. Jerry, if you would like to describe your character.
Hi. I'm 44, but my friends call me 40. I'm an HK-87, but I used to be a protocol droid, actually. Yes, my master actually implanted my brain into this HK-87. See, he was a part of a wealthy family back in the day.
Oh my god.
And they were imperial, and he didn't have much in the way of friends, so they gave me to him as a friend, and we created such a strong bond. But when he really kind of found out what the Empire was up to, we ended up running away from his life of luxury and joined up here with the Guardians. So,
And so you see
yes.
this, but from what you see, it's just this menacing HK droid brandishing a sniper rifle.
I
I'm not ignited, but I unhook my lightsaber.
Well, your voice changer is shorting out your mic.
yeah, Jared sounded like he was like, wow, scary for a second.
I'm not going to ignite it, but at the sight of 40, I unhook my lightsaber from my belt.
Hey, and the other guy starts sort of reaching for a blaster. He's like, 40, I got this, all right?
You see on his like shoulder pad, there's an old E like insignia.
What was that?
Get it. Never mind.
Okay.
His name's 40. Old English. Come on, Jesus Christ.
Oh. Dan, we're young.
I partially got your joke. Once you explained it, I got it.
4D. I feel like there's some potential legal issues with this whole protocol meets assassin thing, but frankly, I'm a legal issues type of guy. I exist in that gray area, so I'm already a fan of you, 4D. However, you, Mr. Guardian of the Mountain EMP Blast, I don't really know what your whole deal is. Your boss is going to want to speak to us. I don't know if you want to come or we could just go with 40, who seems more capable of doing this job.
I rest my hand on Thalbor's shoulder. We're here to help you take care of Castor Angel.
Oh, could you please be a little bit more discreet?
Well, I was gonna say no because we've had a few civilians who've tried to come up here to help us with that, who obviously weren't qualified. But given the laser sword you seem to have there, 40, you want to take him to see Sage?
Sure, follow me.
Finally.
And get someone to come down here and help us clear this speeder off too when you go up there, will you, 40?
Yeah, you know what? You guys owe me some money for this.
You're also gonna probably end up in some trouble with the glizzy vendor down in the town. That's frankly between you guys and him now. So I hope the Guardians have good representation.
Yeah, you guys give me the money. I'll give it to the person we borrowed it from.
Yeah. Buddy, I just stand watch here.
Well, you're doing a bang up job.
Yeah, we can tell.
Where's your complaint department?
Up your ass.
Wow. Was this one directed by Tony Gilroy?
Oh my God. They gave this droid a laughing protocol. Wow.
Oh, droids that can laugh, droids that are hats. What a team. What a team.
So are we getting escorted to Sage or the Sage?
Yeah, so 40, you begin to guide these guys up the remainder of the journey up the mountain. If you guys wanted to have a brief discussion there, as that happens, you can, or we can skip ahead, up to y'all.
Yeah, I think that, if we're going to talk about anything, we should just talk about the fact that we're not going to lead with the desire to kill and end up in court. We're going to see, first of all, what this Sage guy is all about. Why don't you use some of those Force intuitive senses and see if you can get a vibe once we get in there.
Okay.
And I will do the talking.
For now.
I much abhor killing, obviously.
Yes, you look very, very opposed to the idea of killing. It was the giant sniper rifle that really emphasized that for me. Thank you.
You could put a hole through a Gundark with that thing.
Oh, don't remind me.
Oh, well, no.
Not every day you get to meet a pacifist assassin droid.
Well, listen.
I've worked on plenty of your kind before.
Oh, really? Well,
yeah.
I stay in my lane. You can stay in yours. It's fine. We're all good. We're all good here. Just follow me this way, and please, no killing if possible. Please.
Yes, let's follow the giant assassin butler straight into the lair of a guy who goes by a vague, ambiguous title. These are my favorite kinds of cases, let me tell
you. So you guys follow 40 up into this mountain. There does seem to be like a stone structure that's been like carved out of it. You can't tell if it's quite meant to be like old military fortress or some sort of old temple, maybe. But it's just sort of built into the side of this mountain, and so 40 leads you into it, and you see a few more guys of various species with blasters, just like 3 or 4, who sort of just watch with a little curiosity as 40 leads these guys in, but they do nothing to stop you or try and really intimidate you in any way. You guys make your way through a few winding hallways, and eventually you come to this small chamber that 40 ding, 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 knocks and enters through this metal sliding door. There's sort of a small room here. It looks like a small personal quarters, but there's no like bed or anything in it. There is a lit fireplace with a human man, looks to be a bit old, maybe late 50s, kneeling in front of it, currently modifying a large vibroblade sword. Before he turns,
man after my own heart,
and sees 4D. 4D, you've brought us some guests.
Yes. This is. I honestly I didn't quite get any of your names. I'm sorry. But these guys they're here to see you. So, go ahead. Let's get introductions. Come on. You know. What you got?
Sorry. There's one introduction we need to get out of the way. Respectfully, 4D. I like you a lot. But forget our names.
You're pretty good too.
Is this the Sage, 4D? Are you the Sage, sir, with the giant sword?
A common misconception. He like uses the sword to sort of just like help himself stand up. You can hear some of his bones sort of cracking.
What a flex.
And he turns to face you. You could see one of his eyes is a little clouded over. Looks like he probably doesn't see out of that one.
Little milky eye.
Yeah. And he says,
I dig this guy already.
It's a common misconception, likely due to a translation error from one of the Guardians. My name is Sage.
Oh, your name is Sage, like like a HoloNet pop star, just a nice one-word name situation. I really like
more
that.
so that I've abandoned my surname.
It's crazy. I was thinking of the stuff that you burn when you
another common
all the bad stuff.
Right? Yeah. After a death stick session. Yeah.
Sage.
And you
Can
are.
I try to force sense what's going on with Sage?
Sure. Make a force check for me. Sense is one of the powers you have, right?
No.
Okay.
He can't kill anyone with sense, so he didn't invest in sense.
Okay, first of all, I do have battle meditation, you smart ass.
You can kill someone with battle meditation.
I can make you guys kill people with battle meditation. I keep you alive with battle meditation. So it's actually the inverse. Thank you.
So as of right now, you guys have 2 light side destiny points and 4 dark side destiny points. So if you want to use one of your 2 to try and use force sense on this guy, you absolutely can.
I say we hold on to it in the event shit goes sideways on the inevitable assassination mission.
Yeah, I don't think we play it yet. But how about
keep
this?
in mind, they reset every session. So
yeah. Well, let's say still hold. We don't know what's up with him yet, but I think that Thalbor sort of like, one of his eye stalk sort of like eyebrow little tufts sort of raises, and he's like, "What's the problem with your last name?"
It was no longer worthy of me, or perhaps I grew beyond it.
With that last
you
name,
think you're better than us?
Well, you're upsetting my Gungan friend here.
I found myself to be morally opposed with the people who were once my family.
I shot in the dark question here. Would your last name happen to have been Angel?
It was not.
Are you familiar with any angels, perhaps, in the area that maybe you could use some assistance with?
Particularly Caster Angel. That's his name.
Yes.
Caster? Maybe a Chris?
No, Caster Angel has indeed.
Oh,
Chris.
I would love to see that.
Castor Angel has indeed been a source of many problems for us here on this planet, and it, quite frankly, is the reason I'm here.
Huh. So you arrived here with the explicit purpose of battling Castor Angel. That's why you're on this rock.
Perhaps we can get to that, but first I still need to know who the hell you are.
Well, I just thought
I'm
that we were
Zuzo
getting to know
Yort.
each other right now. That's Zuzo Yort.
That one is Zuzo Yort.
Everyone knows me.
That's 4D. You know 4D.
He is well known. I
4D
am
is an
4D.
old friend. We go way back to about 5 minutes ago.
Yes, me
slope
and
of
this one.
Yes.
This
The
is my
lawyer.
Droid
This
D6. He's a hat.
D6.
This is when Thalbor sort of
Very nice hat.
lightly,
Thank you.
sort of, while 4D is talking, goes over to Fabian and says, "What names are we giving this guy? Do we just go all in like the Gungan, or?"
I'm not worried about anybody recognizing my name. So
Well, you
go
guys
for
know
it.
how
Well,
smart
I'm
I
a
am.
little worried about him recognizing my name, considering who he is in a blood feud with.
I'm Glupshido. No, he's Glupshido. I'm Fabian Martel.
Glupshido. How you doing?
Wow. Jedi stays true.
Faven,
Oh,
make a
this one's
deception
Glupshido,
check.
and this is Fabian Martel.
Okay, what do I roll for deception, buddy?
So
Nice to meet you,
Just
Mr.
tell me
Shido.
colors and numbers. Colors and
okay, so right now with your character sheet in its state of being slightly messed up, do you have any symbols next to deception, or?
yeah, I got 3 green.
Okay, so you'll roll 3 green, 1 purple, and 2 red.
Like I said, my character sheet is still accurate to when it was made.
Okay, I
They're
just wasn't sure if it
the
was still giving
small
you your
changes
dice
we
pools.
made. Yeah, the small changes we made just never happened. I have 1 advantage and 1 failure.
Okay. He says, "Very well then, Fabian Martel and Alias."
Oh, alias. That was my name. I'm Glupshido, here to
Well, his
offer
name is Shido.
you some help.
He looks to 4D and he says, "It's not his name."
Okay, it's not my name, but
You lied?
what if my name theoretically could help you, so long as you pledge right now to not inflict any violence upon me? This was a very expensive suit.
He's one of the Narshados Shidos. I don't know what to tell you.
Mhm.
He looks to his sheath
Ooh.
vibro sword and he's like, "What about me gives off the impression of violence?"
Oh, it just, you seem like a guy that's lived a lot.
I
Seen
lean
a
in.
lot out of the
And you don't-
one working eye, of course.
And you
I
don't have a
lean
last
into-
name. Like,
"You're a guest here in my home, and unless you threaten physical violence upon me, rest assured I shall not do the same to you."
Oh, I like it. Guest rights.
Yeah.
Reminds me of some books I've read. Okay, so
yeah, can you catch?
my name is Thalbor Sheems Esquire, and I, at a time, was a professional associate, exclusively professional associate, in a time of duress and new government of one Castor Angel, before all of this nonsense.
God. His eyes sort of narrow a bit. He puts the sword down, walks over to you. And he's a tall guy. Like, he's a little over 6 foot.
I think he knows you're lying.
And he's looking down on you. And he gets really uncomfortably close. Just
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I
that's
sense conflict. Goes over back
How
toward
the
the
hell are
fire.
you sensing shit? You sense anything, Jared? You sense this guy's got some force shit going on?
I just became incredibly uncomfortable.
I thought they were going to
Just
kiss.
as a character note, I didn't expect to be more than 1 force sensitive in the room. Okay.
Yeah, bro. Get on it.
He's sort
These are
of
thinking this guy's got the force.
He's got sort of a cushion set down near the fireplace that he sort of kneels down onto.
He could tell he's lying.
And what have you come to see me for?
Oh shit, he knows. He knows.
Well, look,
Who has HD? I can't remember how to say the
HSD
droid.
3?
I was so close. HSD 3.
I think
I do.
Zuso has.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
he's
am.
holding him.
Zuzo, you want to show him what we're here for?
What's the droid? HDX what?
HSD 3.
HSD 3.
Droid is your hat.
No. That's
Under
D6.
his
He's
hat,
my
yeah.
droid.
He's keeping him.
HD 3.
Ooh.
HSD 3.
HSD 3. HDR 3. Here.
HDMI 3.
Yeah. He's right here. Check this out. We got him. This dude died. We have this, and there's 2 others that we need. And Misa think you might give us a little bit of a hint here. Don't take my droid.
For the sake of Jerry, you see this little, it looks like a small miniaturized astromech dome, maybe about 2 inches in diameter, with a little like inch-thick base, which 4 like spider-like legs come out of.
The hell does
So it
40
sort
know
of
about this?
Is looking around and
cute.
beeping and booping. Fascinating. Where did you come across this one?
Some dead dude.
Yeah, it was a violent situation I found myself in with these
We don't
fine
know.
gentlemen during a work day. Then there might be some official lawman entanglements down in the town. We could talk about that later, but for right now, you're sensing conflict. You know what? I'm sensing conflict too. Lawyers and force users, so similar, right? So similar. I think we have a similar goal here, and that is to get to the next day. For you, that might mean blood feud against one of my former clients. For me, it means getting out of your purview.
Get to the next day is a weak, short-sighted goal.
Well, I mean, it pays the bills. And
We
It's his
can move
basic
your goal
function.
forward by a lot. We want the droid that we know you have. And to get it, we're willing to take care of Castor Angel for you. Dead or
take
alive.
care of is very ambiguous. We can define that phrase later.
Yeah,
Hmm.
what they said.
And he starts staring at Fabian.
What's he rolling?
And
I have a bad feeling about this.
Me
for
too.
you, I sense darkness, eagerness
Well, that's
for
not
violence.
Oh, so
He-
you've also spent
He is
2
a little
minutes with him.
violent. I mean, the guy's kind of abusive.
Tell me about yourself, Fabian.
I'm a former prize fighter, and I'm currently out of work. And I'd like to get all of these droids wrangled up and stop a bigger threat than the galaxy's ready for from spawning on and causing all kinds of hell. That's all you need to know. That, and I'm here to help you.
Very well.
Sounds like you've
That
had
was
some
very
PR
vague.
training.
You are correct in that I am in possession of one of these droids. I intercepted this from Castor Angel, and you see on his shoulder another sort of similar droid sort of pops up and sort of skittishly like goes back into a little satchel that he has. He's a little shy, but that is
So-
HSD 2.
You are aware that this is a set of 3, correct?
I am.
And does any part of your, big, imposing presence with all your insights, have you gathered any insight on maybe wanting to unite these droids? Seems to be a big problem.
Yeah, like what's his use to you?
Uniting the droids is dangerous, and my use for the droid is keeping it out of Castor Angel's hands. He already
Does
has
Castor
one.
Ranger have? I mean, he's obviously got.
Whoa,
HSD 1?
whoa. What?
Castor Angel already has HSD 1.
I knew it.
So
And now with your presence here, things just got complicated.
Well, what kind of danger are we talking about here, Sage?
yeah, we need to define that.
Well,
Dangerous
let's say that with your penchant for violence, you try to go up against this militia and you find yourselves captured. And then they receive that data. You've just given Caster Angel free access to all of the droid's maps, and he will be able to find his way to that separatist droid factory.
Jesus Christ, Thalbor. I knew we shouldn't have done. Come on, Fabian.
Okay. As a showing of good faith, perhaps we'll let you hold on to HSD3 while we go on this mission for you.
I don't know.
We'll take care of Angel.
We've yet to even define what the mission is, though.
This is
Fabian.
the only leverage we have. Is
we cannot give
Nor
up
have I
our
agreed
leverage.
to give you HSD2.
Yeah, he hasn't
No,
agreed to
but-
anything, and we also what do you want, Sage? What is ideal for you? You want this guy out in the open? You want this guy dead? You want this guy in handcuffs? Because I will tell you, I don't know if you realize this, there's an officer of the New Republic down in the village right now who wants the same thing that you want. And I'm no friend of the New Republic, but I'm not about to get into a three-way firefight between your guardians of this random mountain, Caster Angel, and him.
I'm always down for a three-way.
I hear that's how they roll in Otagunga.
Well,
On his planet, they call it a Theedway.
Mm.
perhaps a bit of clarification is also in order. You said you found that droid on a dead man. Tell me about that.
Jerry.
Well, I was visiting this gentleman, Fabian. I was called in for a work-related dispute. Suddenly, we were attacked by a Star Destroyer. And,
The Star Destroyer.
Yeah, kind of hard to miss. Big triangles.
Inexplicably deploying vulture droids. So it sounds like this droid factory or some amount of a droid army is already on the board.
What?
So was it
Well, by the Imperials? Or is this a pirate gang?
This is Salvage's gang.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
salvage?
I was thinking Caster for a minute.
Salvage.
There are a lot of one-named people around the galaxy.
Interesting.
Well, his Caster Angel. This is Sage we're talking about here. He's the only one named guy I've met so far.
So there's another party after these droids as well, this salvage.
There's, in fact, many parties now. There's you and your guardians. There's this lone gunman from the New Republic who, by the way, is acting of his own accord, and the New Republic doesn't know. And now you're in on that little secret, if that makes you trust us any bit more. There's us, and then there's Caster Angel, and then there's Salvage.
We just want to stop a calamity from hitting the galaxy at this point. We didn't ask to be a part of this whole clusterfuck, but we're here.
Yeah, and honestly, nobody
Funny how
has yet to
destiny
tell
works.
me why these three droids are dangerous.
Because of what they contain and what happens if they're all gathered by someone with ill intent.
Why
Against
don't you invite this New Republic guy up here? Why have you not expanded out into trying to gather more allies? Why is this personal for you?
Personal is not exactly how I would describe it. More so just a duty I have.
I don't know,
As
that
to
New
why I've
Republic
not
guy
attempted
rules
to
that.
recruit villagers, it's because they're not equipped for combat, and because, quite frankly, they should be able to live their lives.
Yeah, well, I mean, then maybe you should take off and leave these guys so the Empire doesn't come here and just wipe them out just to get to you.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. You're going to be putting people in danger. So you just come with us.
And go where? Abandon Veuma and the
No,
people who
get-
need me here?
Think we should go get Caster together.
People who aren't the Guardians, people they would never associate with you. You want Caster Angel, we can bring him to you. Dead or alive, doesn't matter to me. But we need that droid if
Preferably
we're gonna do
alive.
this to you. Thank you, droid.
Preferably incapable of bringing harm to anyone.
We're
else
not
in the
giving him
future.
HSD3, by the way.
No. We'll take the droid off
No,
of
that
your
would be
hands,
very
and we'll get
bad.
it far from Veuma. You will not have to worry about a thing.
Yeah.
We're
Or
not
you come with us.
here.
Or you come with us. With the droid.
My fellow warriors and I have a duty to the people of Elia to guard them and protect them. Now, we've had an operation in the works for some time to take down Castor Angel.
Keep
Listening.
talking.
But the problem is we have to keep an eye out and a sufficient defense for the people of Elia if the militia comes after them again, because they have multiple times.
Well, what
I
about
don't
getting
see-
Castor Angel alone in a non-battle setting with somebody maybe that he knew, used to work with, and might want to check in with?
Ah, yes, Glup.
Well, yeah. I've
That's
been
his
And
called
name.
that.
he stands
name.
again, gets real uncomfortably close to you again.
How well do you think the militia could function without Castor Angel being at its head?
He doesn't turn to face you, but just holds a finger up to stop you.
You should take his, Fabian.
I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Tell
Do
me,
that, man.
Thawbor. Castor Angel. Where do you stand on him now?
I think that what happens after I'm done working with somebody is out of my control. However, I am not in the business of war machine production. And I think it behooves everybody, so we can all get back to our lives, if he is, doing things that are less than reputable, doing things that would tarnish the record that I proved for him was, on the up and up. This
when
new
you
caster
say-
is insane to me.
Now, when you say that what they do when they leave your production, shall we say, is that what you believe or what you tell yourself?
I believe in dollars and cents, and I believe in a little thing called quid pro quo. And I believe
repeat
in
the question.
friends.
Is that what you tell yourself or what you believe?
Well, what about what you tell yourself? You tell yourself you're protecting people, and yet you hide up here. You make no relationships with the people in your charge. At least my clients know who I am.
It's better for them. Keeps them safe.
Is that what you believe, or is that what you tell yourself?
It's what I found to be true in my many years.
No, well, I've had many years too, and I can tell you I live very well. But none of us can live very well if we are very dead.
Very well in terms of credits or very well in terms of morals?
I find a lot of the times that credits can grease morals just fine.
And a greasy existence you shall have.
You getting off on this, Sage, or do you actually want to help these people? Because we can keep dicking around in your little hut as long as you want to, or we can actually affect some real change. Or are you going to keep up all these bullshit Jedi riddles?
Oh.
Quick to anger. There is darkness within you, Fabian.
You have no idea.
Boiling. Overflowing.
Yeah. And we need to be able to let this loose on somebody like Castor. And you're not giving us anything.
I'm making sure that I'm not giving a droid with some of the most dangerous information in the galaxy to some ne'er-do-wells.
And that's any better than a vigilante like you?
The hell's a ne'er-do-well?
He means you.
Thank you,
you, droid.
You're welcome.
Look, I think that you don't want to admit that you need help because you have not been able to solve the problem so far. I also think that you already know exactly what we're about because we came in here wanting to have a conversation. And that's more than anyone else you face on this planet can say, except for the villagers that you ignore. We are not militia. We
The
could have
villagers
destroyed this
we
droid
protect.
and screwed you over. Yeah. Minutia. Verbiage. Fine print.
I mean, what's to stop us from maybe just letting Fabian loose right now and just taking HSD2 and getting the hell out of here?
You could.
I
You
want
could
to
strike me down right here.
I mean, I could
Some
have
of you
D6,
might walk out.
I could have D6 disable 4D, and maybe we can just split.
I'm afraid,
we
even
haven't
though I
done that
abhor
yet.
violence, I would not let that happen.
Let's not make the first strike 4D.
Did the butler just threaten us? I think the butler just threatened us.
Violence sometimes is necessary.
I am
His
a
name
friend,
is
not a
4D
butler.
44.
Yeah.
But you can call me 40.
40. Yeah, I recall. Look, Sage, what do you want right now in the immediate? No bantha fodder. Straight up. This isn't a temple on Coruscant. This is a cave where you are fighting a battle. Anything that happens in the aftermath, I'm sure I could help.
I don't know if I would want your help, and there's a way to mitigate the aftermath, and I'm making sure we make the most cautious approach possible.
Oh, well, the caution's working out very well for you, I must say.
It is. And you've already threatened the stability of everything I've established in the last 20 minutes.
Well, you're not giving us a whole lot to work off of, are you there?
What would you like to know, Fabian?
I
You
would
seem
like
to doubt
to
me.
know. You know, I didn't until a little bit recently. I would like to know what the hell you want from us so we can take this droid off your hands and help you liberate this city from Castor Angel.
Yeah.
You may
What
not
I
like
want from you,
Thalbor.
I didn't ask you to come up here.
No,
Yeah, but
we're a
the
blessing
Force
in
brought us
disguise,
here.
asshole.
You
The
believe
Force
in that?
works in mysterious ways.
Yeah, the Force brought us here, dude. Come on. You
And
believe
also,
in something?
if you have one droid and we have the other, maybe we're just better at this than you, but it makes a lot of sense for the holders of one droid to find the other when we know what they can do. You know, we know, and while you've been hiding in a cave, we were being shot at.
Yeah.
And so now we're here. Don't act like you're not grateful.
And you think I've lost nothing to Castor Angel?
And we made
we
it
can
this far with
see
this
plenty
droid.
that you've lost.
4D, tell them what you've lost.
Nothing. He's a droid.
Castor Angel killed my friend.
Look, now you got the droid telling sad
My-
stories.
Well, my friend, whom I was given to at a young age as his friend, Glenson Strats. I'm afraid whenever the droid shipment, I think that you that was going on, he was killed very, very recently, and I miss him.
And so 40's been
You
sticking
know,
with
40,
us
I
since
could
then.
reprogram you to not miss him at all. As a matter of fact, I can just take away that whole personality construct and just make you super obedient. How would you like that, buddy? I could do it.
40 pulls out his
the blicky
K16 Briar pistol and points it at Zuzo and says, "I'm really sorry. I don't want to do this, but I cannot let you do that to me. I will not forget my
Sage
friend."
sort of lowers the blaster with one of his hands. He won't be doing that, 4D.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
We've all
It's my baser programming.
lost a lot to the Empire.
Well, most of you have. But
We're shut the fuck up. We are here to bring an Imperial warlord to justice on your behalf, something you've not been able to pull off. The people of Veuma are in danger if you act, because the repercussions for your acts could fall on you. They don't know who the hell we are. For all they know, some madman with a lightsaber came down from the sky and took off Castor Angel's head. That has nothing to do with you. We are willing to put our
Lightsaber, you
necks
say.
on the line. In a not threatening way, but a dick swingy way, Fabian takes it off his belt and kind of gestures with it. Yeah,
Wow.
lightsaber.
Wow.
Fascinating design.
jealous?
Where'd you get that, Fabian?
He stole it.
By the way, you are not legally obligated to answer any of this man's questions.
We've all lost a lot to the Empire. Let us help you, and all we want in return are these droids, so we can get this to the New Republic, so we can take this threat of a droid factory off the board before we fight another war for no damn reason.
Yes, beneath the anger, I sense it. The pain. Pain of loss, regret. So much pain.
Bro, have you done a force check on this guy yet? Fabian?
Well, it was
Fabian.
considered.
The darkness within you is... I would not call it unjustified. But you must watch what you become.
Mm-hmm.
I've already been plenty. And what I am right now is asking you to help us help you.
I am inclined to help you, Fabian. Thawbor,
Yeah.
as for you, do you feel nothing for what you've unleashed with Caster Angel?
What I've unleashed with Caster Angel. Let me ask you something, Sage. How many days have you been on this rock?
61.
61 days. To me, that sounds like 61 days worth of accessories to murder. 61 days of negligent homicide. 61 days that you could have been putting a stop to this and didn't. I did my job. When are you doing yours?
And your job was keeping an Imperial warlord who participated in Operation Cinder out of a prison cell, so that way he could continue to inflict terrors on the Outer Rim as he saw fit.
Ooh.
My job was to provide any type of stability in a time of great disarray for the entire galaxy. We all know that things were not entirely on the up and up. And Emperor died for it. I don't know if you heard. But do you really think that this is all connected to all of that? That's bigger business than what
Thawbor, do you know how many people died during Operation Cinder on Necronus?
I heard it was a fairly decent sum. Certainly a sad amount.
Deaths which indisputably Caster Angel was responsible for.
Yeah, you could argue that, theoretically.
And that you helped him avoid consequences for.
Well, it was there was an emperor.
He's making
and-
very good points.
Thank you
He
for
is
the
not,
analysis.
40. He is not.
No, I mean you, sorry.
Thank you, 40.
Why are you so concerned with how I feel instead of being concerned with the fact that we could all come out on top here?
Sometimes it's not about coming out on top. It's about coming out better than you did before.
More Jedi Bantha fodder. Can we please get somewhere with this conversation?
Self-righteous.
Sounds
I
Get
am
down to
not a Jedi.
You sure sound like one.
Yeah, he does.
I'm someone who's been around this galaxy for a long time, and I've seen a lot of hell.
Well, there's going to be a lot more hell. Right now, the way I see it is, why don't you let us handle this? I will lure Caster Angel out into the public, into an open meet, into a location where Fabian and Zuzo and 40, if he wants to come and actually use the damn sniper rifle, we can all help end this problem. When that is done, I will broker a meeting between you and this New Republic contact of ours that we just made, who was in this town, and you would have known that if not for your negligence, but that's besides the point. why wouldn't you want all the droid cards in play together? We should be working this out with no caster involved at all.
Because there are too many unknown variables right now. We have Salvage, which I know nothing about. We have Caster Angel. We apparently have New Republic, whom I don't entirely trust here as well.
It also sounds like you're bad at your job that you were unaware of half of the people in play here. We are, however, aware of them. So again, we say, Caster Angel can be no more. And you can help us make sure Salvage never gets his hands on these materials and Caster Angel won't be alive to see them.
I have an idea. Turns to the group, except for Sage. No disrespect, 4D.
Not taken.
Why do we need him? Clear me up on that, because he doesn't seem to really want us. Let's march back down there to the lone gunman, cop gone wild, explain to him that Sage is a no-go, and then call the New Republic on these Guardians.
Yeah, but what are you going to do about HSD2?
That could be evidence later. He's not going to destroy it. He's too much of a coward.
Well, it also
I think
has
we
to
should
do with
steal
the
it.
fact that the droids have a failsafe where if they're destroyed, their final action is to upload that data straight to the HoloNet.
Okay, well, there you go.
I think we should steal it. I think we should steal HSD2. I think we should have.
I think we
Fabian
should stop that
distract-
train of thought because Sage did just interrupt into what we were just saying. So maybe hold that thought for a moment.
Steal it.
I am going to make a brief out of character question to my party. As the team fighter,
Take him.
do you want me to bum rush Sage?
Take him. And then I'll take the
I-
droid.
I don't want
take
you.
him.
I don't want you to bum rush him. But is there a way of, this is a Star Wars galaxy. It's got its own rules. But is there a way of like, hey, single combat for the droid, or ignite the saber and say, "Come with us," something like that.
I think he should ask him if he can catch. And then when he says what, and then Jared could be like, these hands, and going right in at him. That's what I think should happen.
Just do like a fucking Liu Kang bicycle kick across the room.
Kang.
So as you three are sort of huddled up having your meeting, and Sage and 4D are just sort of curiously on looking.
All right. Because I set my helmet down as we came in.
Mm-hmm.
I used the force to pull the helmet back into my hand. Obviously, I put it back on. I look at them for like one final nod of like, do what you got to do. I'm waiting for approval from the boys.
This, just nothing that I could, take the fall for. But
Fuck him up.
I turn
Looks
around.
like he wants to hug you, sir.
I take my lightsaber off my belt. I ignite it. Final offer. You sick us on Caster Angel. We take him out of the equation. We take the droid, and we get the droid from you as payment. Or if you're going to keep fighting us on this and keep spinning these bullshit Jedi riddle yarns, I'm going to have to take that droid from you. One way or another, we're leaving with it. If you're a smart man, you'll let us do 90% of your work for you in the process.
Aggressive negotiations, Fabian. I like it.
why is he laughing? Why are they both laughing? I don't like a
I have
double
not
laugh.
denied you anything. I have not denied you that you will be helping us in this. I'm trying to understand you first. I am very accepting of the help that you intend to offer if you are someone whom I can trust. And what you've shown me, Fabian Martell, is how quick to anger you really are. The darkness that has consumed you completely.
I wouldn't say completely.
Is
Do
this
you
a
have-
cross-examination? Is this a trial? Is this a character witness situation? Because I have a solution. If you're not sure if you can trust us, why not join us? I know you like to hide here and let other people do your work for you, but come supervise. You might even have a good time, being useful.
As I said, we do have a plan in the works.
Would you like to explain it?
I was inclined to prior to the drawing of one crimson lightsaber that is now in front of me.
Look, I don't see color. All right. These
Yeah, me neither.
lightsabers. That was mostly for Jared. I couldn't even get through it. I couldn't even.
You fucker. I'm trying to be in
Jesus.
character right now. I'm trying to be intense.
Red, blue, green. I hear there's purple ones out there sometimes. Very exciting. Not that I would know. I mean, this Jedi stuff is just, but I've seen, when my friend is watching a holovid about the Clone Wars, that there were lots of colors. I hear that.
We want to
think he
help
does
you.
protest too
Let
much?
us drop
Why?
the riddles, clue us into what the hell is going on. We're here to stop a calamity.
Why don't you tell us what your plan is, and then we can work out if you want to come, if you want to send 4D. Zuzo here could patch 4D into some sort of camera feed so you could still be watching us. There are lots of options here. But right now, the game you're playing is, I'm not going to tell them my plan because I'm so cool. I'm a hero. Does this look like
He's
a
all
heroic
worried
situation to you?
He's worried about anger and stuff.
I have a plan to kill Caster Angel and his entire militia hierarchy in one fell swoop.
Oh, well, let's listen to that.
That sounds...
Faven,
However,
what's a lightsaber?
if I were to plug you into that plan, what would it turn you into is my question.
If it
Because
turns me
Faven-
rich, I don't care.
Fueling that darkness inside of you is something that I don't want to do.
Well,
I'm pretty far gone, and I have a bone to pick with Imperial High Command.
See, this seems like
So
his
many
darkness
people do.
serves yours. Isn't offing an entire regime at once? It seems a little bit, not balanced or zen.
And
There
I think once
is a way to topple a regime without losing oneself in the process.
Look, I think once Fabian kills this one guy, he's going to be fine. Everything's going to be normal because that's how it always is. He's
Look,
not going to slip darker. He's
It's
just gonna be
okay
fine.
for Fabian to kill Caster Angel. Caster Angel's done enough horrible things that he deserves his fate. But I want to make sure that Fabian does it for the right reasons.
Can I say something? I'm going to say something. You seem very concerned with whether or not I feel bad for for the actions of somebody that I worked with a long time ago. I don't know if you knew this with your senses, but Fabian is my client right now. Quite literally. This is the type of person I'm representing now. You want an accurate assessment of my character? Why don't you see how I've changed professionally in terms of clientele?
That was really fucking good.
You could be right about me if Fabian snaps. We make it out of this and everybody wins, then you have your answers about me and your mission is done. I call that a win-win-win. Kimmy, is that a win? Little beep comes from the blue.
He's not a good being, but he's a very good lawyer.
On that, I think we agree.
He said it. He said it. 4D, did he say it?
He did say that. You're very correct.
That's consent.
Shito? Mr. Shito?
They call me that in some states.
Thalbor Sheems was his name, 4D.
Ah, I will log it away. Thalbor shit teams.
That is close. I think my ex.
Thalbor does shit. Can confirm.
That is our final offer. No red blade needed, but Let's see. Let's see what happens. You want an assessment of me because you think I'm responsible? Let's see if my next act in the Caster Angel saga is being the hero that ends the Caster Angel saga. With some help.
I'm so glad I didn't have to kill anyone.
Oh, me too.
We'll get to that 4D.
Yeah, me too.
Thawbor. We shall compromise on this.
I prefer to call them settlements, but go on.
I will give you HSD2's data on 3 conditions. 1, you make sure that the New Republic gets their hands on its data and HSD3's data before you leave this building.
And I'm presuming 1 is also included in that when we take it off of Caster.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Droid data to New Republic. Fine.
Condition 2. You open your mind and heart and accept responsibility.
I'm not really sure if that's provable with precedent, but I am willing to consider it.
I don't think he's going to do it.
And 3,
I don't think he
Fabian,
will.
don't let the darkness consume you.
Oh.
Be better than it. Because you have been, and you can be again.
Sounds like there's going to be a quiz at the end, Fabian, but I say we just agree to these terms when he's saying it's off sides.
Heard. I take off the helmet.
And shake Sage's hand.
Holy Ben Solo, he did it.
He shakes your hand, and he pulls a little data card. Actually, no, he doesn't, because he wouldn't have that. It's just the droid. He hands you the droid. He deactivates it and hands it over. He's a little skittish, so you might want to keep him turned off for the time being.
All right. So
Got
that's
it.
2 droids here, and we all know who has the third. So once again, now that we've come to an accord, are you coming? Or is
Am I
4D
coming? No. But 4D is coming.
Oh, I like this. I like him
would-
already.
I would very much like to join you all. And I'm so glad I did not absolutely evaporate all of your skulls.
4D, can I ask you something?
Yes, sir.
Have you
What
ever
is it,
run
Mr.
security?
Shatines?
Yeah. We'll work on that. Have you ever run security for an office?
No, I am just a friend.
Oh, well, let's consider this whole little adventure here perhaps maybe a tryout. I think maybe you and I could be your new friend.
I love friends. Yes, you could be my friend. However, I am good at killing. I just don't quite like it.
Oh, well, I'll just pretend I didn't hear that for legal purposes. Why can't you two be as easy to work with as he is?
Yes, I'm very easy to work with.
I have
He's
a question.
Droid. He's programmed to be that way.
I have a question for Mr. Yort.
What did you say?
Mr. Zuzo Yort.
Yes.
Is it possible, and maybe Sage could give some input here, is it possible to back up into that hat of yours the data? Just in case.
Of course. I mean, Misa thinks I can do that. I just need D6 to plug in.
Does anyone else here think that multiple copies of this might be beneficial for everybody?
Multiple
insurance.
copies might be dangerous.
Multiple copies if we think we will need it.
Well, what if we encrypt them and defragment them?
Encryptions can be broken. And
Caster
the more
Angel is very
sources that
resourceful.
are after these droids,
Dan, you were so quick with that Star Wars bullshit. I love you.
He just
That was such a
biohexacrypt.
quick draw. That was such a quick draw on encrypt and defragment.
That's how you know he's a PC owner, or at least has been at one time.
I got lost on that ship speeder thing, and I'm like, I gotta pay attention.
Dan's been doing like long division off to the side.
he's got equations running by his head at all times.
Beautiful mind.
But again, remember that one of my terms is that you transmit that data to your New Republic friend and have him send it to the higher ups. Because
we could
worst
go
case
right to him.
scenario, if all of us die, then at least there's someone out there who could help look into this and stop someone like Caster Angel or Salvage or whoever else before it's too late.
All right, so we need to head back down. What's our friend's name again in the village?
You guys actually have his comm frequency. He would have given that to you, so you can just very easily transmit that.
But what was his name? Just for my
Donrick
purposes?
Callum.
Donrick.
Donrick?
Because I know he had 2 names. I can't remember which one was real.
His fake
Don?
name is Benson Lyle. His real
His-
name is Donrick
His
Callan.
fake name is
Donrick.
Benson Lyle. That's right. So
Real
Donrick,
quick question for Sage.
Yes.
Our target is Caster Angel and Caster Angel alone, or are we getting a hit list?
you giving us the instructions for your plan there?
Caster Angel resides in a skyscraper in the city of Beltran,
Fuck yeah! Okay, keep going.
and that whole building goes down with every single one of his top men in it.
Top men.
But
I'm
first
gonna
you
do so
infiltrate
much
and
killing.
retrieve the data.
So we steal the droid and then go back and kill him?
You steal the droids, plant explosives,
I can do that.
and finish the job.
Yeah.
That's how the building comes down.
Oh,
Really?
I have to pretend not to hear any of this. Just on the
Okay.
down low. So, Kimmy, maybe possibly might be recording. I know 4D's recording this. He seems like the type. Look, yeah, this raises a question. Should we call our New Republic friend? His name's Donrick Callan, by the way, Sage, and have him waiting for us, waiting for a drop?
What do you mean a drop?
Well, if you want, should we bring him here and have him ready here at your base to do this transmission in case we end up bringing, some sort of firefight back here?
Yeah.
We never
I'm
know.
thinking that you have him transmit that stuff now because, from what it sounds like, from what you've told me, he's on his own. If it's possible, that could sway people in the New Republic to assist.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
Okay.
gone rogue. How much are they going to believe him unless he has some real? We've got some hard evidence,
I mean,
right?
he'll have two-thirds of the map. I think that's
map.
I think right now we have 2/3. He's
All right.
going to have data that is not going to, replace that 1/3, but would be, nice to get out there. So you don't want all 3 going out at once. You want 2 going out right now to the New
Yes.
Republic. Okay.
Because again, I still don't fully trust the New Republic myself.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I
think-
think it's
Oh,
better
absolutely
to
not.
yeah.
better the devil you know.
I agree. Yeah.
Sure.
And they've been a joy to work with in the past. I'm sure they'd love to hear from me again. Okay. I'm gonna call Donrick, and we'll tell him
I'd
that Sage
Toss
is on
you
this side.
HSD too, so you can transmit
Yeah.
stuff.
So I got him. I'm gonna call Donrick. I'm calling Donrick now.
Speaking
Yeah.
into his Gillette razor.
I think he's calling him.
How would you feel about joining us on an agreement with Sage? By the way, it's Sage, not the Sage.
Wait, you mean? I'm sorry. His name is Sage.
His actual name is Sage.
Okay.
No
what's
last
this
name.
about an agreement now?
We have come.
So you got him on your side?
He's on our side. He's on your side. We're all one side. We're all one side here.
Mostly.
Yeah. And the agreement is such that we take the data that we have right now. He's in on a droid plant. You're going to love this. We're going to send the data to the New Republic in a show of good faith. That's 66.66666%. And then we're going to go get the other 33% in a job that may or may not be violent. I can't confirm that for legal reasons.
Well, it might be good in swaying the other officers in New Republic intelligence. Go ahead and transmit the data to me, and then I'll upload it to a secure New Republic server.
And then I'm putting myself on mute.
Please hold.
Don't tell him we're going to give him HDS1 yet.
Here's the thing. I'm never wrong about these things. I work on Dayu. This guy...
Now you admit it's a shithole.
He... under duress, his opinions start to come out.
This guy
Doesn't... No, Michael, he doesn't know that we know that he's on his own.
That's true.
Exactly.
Sage and friends, this guy doesn't know that we know he's on his own. And all of a sudden, he's saying he's going to upload it to New Republic servers. He's going to take the data and upload them to the servers that he wants us to think he's working for. We know he's not going to turn himself in when he's gone rogue. Something is not right here with this document.
He might be able to use this as cover and be like, hey, I know I did a boo-boo, but we're stopping another separatist movement from taking hold.
It's likely he's probably using that as proof, so that way he gets some heat off of him.
And I can
He's playing a game of cover your ass.
I can track his comm link and transponder to make sure that it is being sent to actual New Republic. A New Republic.
Because you're in the holo table.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
You don't know how we got here, but you know what got us here, baby.
Wow. There it is. There it is.
Right. That's right.
Okay, so Zuzo's still patched in from after hacking into this guy's table.
Mm-hmm.
Worst comes to worst.
And if he double crosses us, he gets jumped by me and Sage.
Well, if he double crosses us, we might not even need to jump him because we could have this guy. We could have this guy theoretically. I'm not saying that some of you morally upstanding characters, glances at Sage, would ever want to do this, but sometimes it's nice to have an officer of the law that owes you a favor.
And I mean, the guy's desperate. He's desperate right now.
Do you want to do the hacking plan, or do you want to maybe let him know that we know the truth, or both?
We can just keep an eye on him. Us having this information is insurance.
Okay. All right. I'm clicking him back on. Here I go.
Knowledge of power.
Hello?
Hey, sorry, Donrick, I was going through a tunnel. Yeah, let's let me just. I wanted to tell you that. Yeah, that sounds good. So we're going to send you the 2/3 to send to your New Republic bosses that sent you out there and are definitely working with you. I'm sure that's absolutely going to make the entire team feel good. You're going to get some sort of Employee of the Month award. I know it.
Okay.
Okay. Ping me back when you get the data. Did you get it?
Will do.
Did you get it?
And I got it. All
okay. Right. Hit upload on that now.
I'm sending that through. I don't know why you want me to stay on with you while I do this, but sure. Whatever makes you happy, Thawbor.
I like the sound of your
anything
voice.
For you, bud.
And you're also a client. Don't forget about the money.
I quietly to Zuzo while you're on the comms with him. Make sure you're monitoring so you can see when it gets uploaded.
Oh, so Zuzo, you check with D6 because that would be your means of knowing. Go ahead and make a computers check for me.
Oh fuck, we should have done that sooner.
Okay, so computers is 3Y1G.
And add 2 purple dice to that.
He's going to get a failure. It's going to be like, you've been notified that the holo table is on.
Okay, here we go. Rolling. Okay, 3 successes.
Okay. You do see that after about a minute, some transmission gets sent out from the holo table that goes to some encrypted servers that is based out of the core.
Yeah.
All right.
We're looking good here. We're looking good, guys.
We're looking good. Okay.
This is
that looks legit.
Yeah.
All right. All right, folks.
And Sage turns to 40 at this point. And he says, 4D. I understand that violence is not your forte, or rather that you don't want it to be. But I think you've been with us long enough and you've been through enough that you understand that some violence is necessary.
Yes, friend, I understand. And I like these beings. Their intentions are pure, though their methods are heinous.
Well, I don't know about pure, but they are going to at least inadvertently do some good, I think. I trust the
agree.
Force in that.
If I had the
And I
capacity
trust
to
you.
believe in the Force, I would agree.
Well,
Are we hearing this right now?
yeah, this is in the same room as y'all. Y'all,
But
y'all
they
can hear
they
it.
haven't stepped away.
No.
Okay,
Hello.
I need to butt in for a second.
You actually have freedom of religion, and if you would like to discuss that later, 4D, we could absolutely have this man give you the capacity to practice whatever you want to practice for a nominal fee.
I would absolutely love to talk about that with you, Mr. Shitums.
Oh, see, these guys shows me more respect than you guys. Doesn't even know my name.
I am so sorry. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Thabor.
Yes. Oh, you got it on the last one. That is the one.
There are some programming
Thou
faults with him
Shitmore.
since the transfer.
I like him. Now,
I am a friend.
yes, you are. Sage. That's
Yes.
our end. It's time to hand over everything you have on this plan. Anything you can give, anything you can do.
So,
Namely, give me some fucking bombs.
we have explosives mostly ready. I think we have enough now. Should be. I'll have to check with some of the other Guardians. We also have an infiltration route through the sewers, and at this point, you hear boom, 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 several loud explosions and blaster fire raining out as suddenly you all sort of run out of the room to see what's going on, and you see several just look like people in body armor, not really no distinguishing like features or affiliations, with blaster rifles starting a firefight with these Guardians, and they turn to notice you, and that's where we're going to end this session.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I knew it. I felt
Damn
it.
it.
coming.
That was a
I'm
good end.
excited.
spot,
I get to
though.
do some killing next time.